Hello YouTube and hello to my dear subscribers. New video from Garda. And today is just a quick ramble video. Or just talking a little bit about Witcher 3, which I have been revisiting since it has been released. The last time I played was the first week when it was released. Then I bought the physical copy of the game. So I got the Good Old Games version of the game. And I did play it for a good amount of hours then. But somehow I stopped playing at the point when I reached Novigrad. So that's maybe half into the game. And this week or last week, Witcher 3 is on sale on Steam. With all the expansion packs you can get it for €30. I did buy it 1 week before it was on sale, so I paid €35 on G2A. But yeah, with all the expansions included. And so I'm gonna ramble a little bit about The Witcher 3. There has been quite some controversy about this game. Or you think it's a great game, or you think it's not a great game. It seems like there is no in between. Some people really crush this game to the ground due to there are so many things that don't work as intended. Like town people just, when you're sitting on a horse in town, the people just bump into you when they are walking. They are not walking around you. No, they bump into you and then they walk 5 yards back and then they try again. Then they bump again into your horse. And so it's those small details, you know. But overall I think the game is good. In some regards. Graphically, the game does look great. They really built a very stable engine. I haven't got any crash to desktop. The game looks great. That's also a plus. The looks are good. That's The Witcher 3. It looks good. On the PC you can even add some mods and it even looks better, but I'll talk about some mods later. So the graphics are good. The voice acting is good as well. To my opinion, the voice acting is very well done. Not sound effects. Sound is good as well. Graphics and sound is good. I think the quests are very well done. There's almost no single fetch this quest or kill 10 boars or kill 5 deers. You know, those kind of quests. Those are not in the game. The quests that are in the game are all voice acted and they take you to deeper into the land and its story. It's very well written story quests. So that's a good thing as well. The battles, however, and that's a little bit a problem I'm having with Skyrim as well. Skyrim is also a great game, but it's very limited. I played a rogue in Skyrim, and basically the only thing you do is sneak for your critical hit damage while sneaking and shooting an arrow, or if you want to get close, use a dagger. But if you're good using a bow, it's just sneaking and shooting an arrow, and that's your battle system for Skyrim. If you're a warrior, it's bash or slash with your sword. And I know there are some more skills, but that's basically it. Mage is a little bit different in Skyrim, I know. You got all kinds of skill, but mostly you'll be using Ice Shard or Fireball. It's very basic, and this game does that as well in the battle system. It's a battle system which has been created with consoles in mind, especially noticeable in this game, in The Witcher. You do not have to aim. You just have to press the X button if you're using a controller, or left mouse button with the mouse for an attack, and your Witcher will turn towards any enemy that's close to him and he will slash him. So you do not have to turn yourself around. No, it's just you only have to click one button and you will hit an enemy. And if I remember correctly, that's not the way it was done in The Witcher 2. But here it's really a game made for the consoles, for controllers in mind. So it doesn't get too hard when you are using a controller. There is a mod for the PC that removes the soft aim lock, so you have to turn yourself, and that removes that part of the game. I have not tried it because this is so easy. So, but I really gotta try it maybe one day and see how it works. Then you are really free. If you looking a direction, you hit the attack button and there's no enemy, you'll just swing forward into empty space instead of, oh right, the enemy is right of me. Your Witcher will automatically turn right and then slash at the enemy. That's how the game works without that mod. So that mod could make it more interesting. I have to take a look into it still. So yeah, like I said, it's the minor things and the battle system that are a little bit too basic for my opinion. Especially if you're fond of game like Baldur's Gate or Pillars of Eternity or Divinity Original Sin, or even Wastelands 2, I think. You have a skill bar with dozens of skills, like Dragon Age Origins as well did. You have so many skills that make a battle more tactical, you know. You have so many options to solve battle, and so for some battles this is better or that better. But here you are quite limited to five magical skills: Eden, Gwen, Igni, Axie and Art. That's your 5 magic skills, and you have the attack. You can throw a bomb, of course. But that's it. Because more, if there would be more, it would be not working well for a controller. And that's the only thing. That's what Dragon Age Inquisition did as well. They made the excuse, well, we thought it would be interesting to only have maximum of 8 skills equipable for each character. No, you only made 8 skills available for each character because a controller cannot handle more. You have 4 skills for 4 buttons on the left, and you can trigger with some L1 or L2 the other 4, and that's 8 skills. And that's the maximum for a controller. And that is the reason why you only made 8 skills. And for this game as well, it's controller. And for Skyrim basically a little bit the same, but you can select skills in the list. But that gets you out of the battle so fast. So if you are used to have many skills, this game is just a little bit too basic in the battle system. And mostly you'll be rolling and dodging and counter-attacking and that kind of stuff in this game. But it's different. So that was a little bit about my experience so far from the Witcher 3. And let's talk a little bit about the mods I'm using. If you got a reasonable PC, I really can recommend playing this game on the PC. You can play it with a controller, but the most advantage is, of course, you can mod the game with mods you like most. There are hundreds and hundreds of mods. Out of those hundreds and hundreds of mods are totally not interesting. I do not need the female to go naked, all that kind of stuff, and there are so many mods that do that, but that's not why I play The Witcher. So what mods am I using? I'm basically using like 9 mods, and the first one is very basic. The first mod I'm using is it changes the icons of the potions and bombs and oils, and they put the name of the description of the potion or bomb on the icon. So normally this is just a blue bottle, but now you see Petri. So this is it changes the icons with the names, the labels. It labels the things you can use, so it's much easier to find. If I want to have or use necro face oil, I just look for necro instead of which one you have to check. So it's just necro. So they labeled the thingies. The second mod is extended view distance, which is awesome mod, to my opinion. Let's look around a little bit. I took this point to I climbed up this roof. Extended view distance changes the fog distance. To my opinion, the fog distance in the game is too close. Everything behind a certain point just reduces to fog, blue fog, which you can see in the distance now as well. But at this point, I'm now at the Bloody Baron's keep. I can still see Novigrad over there, which is awesome. So that's quite a distance you can view now. And behind the hill there is Oxenford. You can still see one tower behind the trees over there. There's Oxenford. So you can the range is much extended. I like this mod very, very much. Then there is an HD reworked project. Somebody is redoing lots of textures from the game, and to my surprise, that's the only really good texture project mod for The Witcher 3. If you look at Skyrim, the amount of texture mods for Skyrim is stunning. There are so many HD rework project mods, texture mods for Skyrim. But for The Witcher, there's basically only one, and that's the HD rework project, which almost everybody is using. And it doesn't it doesn't even cover a lot. It covers a good amount, like rocks. And to my opinion, rocks are very a good thing that he retextured the rocks, because they were really awful. The texture size and quality. So we did some bags and some wood and some rocks, but there's so much more in this game that could use a texture upgrade to more detailed textures. And so yeah, it's almost a necessity to have the HD rework project. Then of course the map quest objectives full. I'm sorry. Map quest objective full places all the open quest markers all the quests I still have to do, it will place them on the map. It will also remember where you met merchants, so it will put a merchant icon on the map. And that's also something about this game. You have no options to put custom markers on your map, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I think you can place 3, but I would like to place 100 custom markers with text and stuff on the map, but that option is not in the base game. There's no mod for that, so it's quite impossible probably to do that. But just in the base game, custom map markers would have been awesome. But map quest objectives rule does a good job in this. It remembers all the quests I have accepted, puts waymarks on the map where they are, and of course the main quest, but that's basically in the game itself. That's a good one. Another great one is, to my opinion, Minimap zoom. If you look in the top right, there's you see the minimap. And standard, the game will give you about this view, and with this view on the minimap you have totally no sense about your surroundings, and you can just now with the minimap zoom use the minus and the plus key on your numeric keypad, or you can assign other keys of course, and you can just by ease of zoom out and zoom in as much as you like. This is the maximum zoom out, but now I see, okay, this is the Bloody Baron castle, instead of I am like this, I'm in some kind of alley and I have no clue about my surrounding a little. So yeah, there's a little bug, but if you move, it solves. So once you've moved, that bug will not come back, that black piece on the minimap. So it will stay okay now. Another mod I've installed is No Witcher Sense. And what No Witcher Sense does is, for the PC, if you click the right mouse button, you enter Witcher Sense mode to find items you can loot and some other searchings. No Witcher Sense removes the zoom in from the camera. That was irritating me so much. So your camera will not zoom in, it will stay basically the same. And yeah, that's all it does. But I think this is a very good change for the No Witcher Sense mod. Then 2 more mods I installed. One more is Real-Time Flow. Again, in the top right, you'll see it now. It's 09:47 AM in the morning. And in the game, I think each 2 seconds is 1 minute. So each 2 seconds real time is 1 minute game time. And so if I would have been standing here on top of this house, it wouldn't be 09:48 now, but I think already 5 o'clock in the evening. And that's so unrealistic. So real-time flow, it changes the game time to real time. So 1 minute of real time is 1 minute of game time. Sometimes you enter the cave in the morning and you clear the cave and you go outside the cave 10 minutes later and it's 11 o'clock in the evening. So unrealistic. And with real-time flow, it's just you're 10 minutes later. It's to my opinion much nicer to play with real time instead of the game time, which is going too fast. And the last mod is maybe a little bit of cheating. The last mod is slots, or slots in English, I think. And what does it do? It adds. You can make You can make it as many slots as you like. It adds, because that's an also negative. Let's talk about this. That's also another negative of this game. You have 20 times 4 80 skills. You have 80 skills you can upgrade and do stuff with and have fun with. But you only have how many? 12? 12 slots. So, and of course you can select which skills you want to have, but only the slotted skills are active. So if I upgrade this one, arrow deflection, if it's not slotted in one of these empty boxes, it will do no. It won't do anything. You have to equip it in one of these boxes, and you only have 12 of them. And the 7th one will unlock at level 12 and 15. You know that progression system. And I think this way of I don't like this system. If I upgrade something, it's an upgrade. I want to I want to have it, and I'm playing not on the hardest difficulty, but what is the one below? Broken Bones. Death March is the hardest. I'm one below Death and Broken Bones or something, and I'm not so good in action RPGs that are made for controllers. Let's just say it that way. So I did cheat a little bit. I with slots on slots, I added 3 more slots. You cannot see them because they are hidden. And I am using these 3 skills in my hidden slots. So basically I have not 5 skills equipped at this moment, but 8. And I like that better. You can have 96 slots if you like. That's a little bit too much, I know, but if you like to play your game like that, go ahead. You know, that's the good thing about modding. So I added how many slots did I add? I added 12 slots because you can only add them with 12 each step up. So you can have 12 slots or 24 slots or 36 slots or 48 slots. I added 12, but I'm only using 3. I think that's using it, but still not too much. Just to add these 3 general skills that I would prefer to have. So slots, yeah, it's a little bit of a cheat, but like I said, I don't like the system how it works in The Witcher 3 about leveling up, and you have to slot a skill to be able to use them. And that's the mods. So I've been doing nicely. I've been playing the game slowly, like I played the first time. So it could be that I'm getting bored again when I reach Novigrad, because I like to. Yeah, I just like to explore everything, you know. I started here in this area. You start here, so I had to explore this island. Now I explored this island, but there are. Oh, I can still explore one thing. That's good. And then you get sent here. So I'm now working on exploring this island. And yeah, the areas are huge. It's a big game. It is open world, but it isn't. You get just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas, but this is not an area, so basically 5. And this area is included in this one, so that's 4. You only get 4, basically 4 areas, and you cannot walk from here to there. These are closed areas. So that's the part where they say, well, it's not open game because I cannot walk from Skellige to Velen, or from White Orchard to Velen. And that's the part where it's not open game. But once you are inside the map, the maps are really huge, really huge. And in the map you can walk everywhere, from everywhere to everywhere, if you are not getting slayed by too high level monsters, of course. But once you are inside an area, it's full open world. And, yeah. So I'm just level 10 at the Bloody Baron's castle, and I'm gonna continue the main story here, working for the Bloody Baron at the moment. And that's it, guys. I would not rate it a 10 out of 10 like some angry YouTuber does. But maybe an 8 out of 10. Because the graphics and the sound and the quests, an 8 out of 10 is the score I would give this game. Thanks for watching. I hope you like my ramble. It's just talking a little bit about The Witcher 3, and I do enjoy playing it again. And I did buy the Game of the Year edition now, so once I get to Novigrad, I still have to go then to the Skellig Islands, and then I have still those 2 expansion packs, Heart of something and Blood of something. So not sure if I can keep it. That's each time I start a new game, I'm like, okay, this game I'm gonna play through to the end. But then somewhere halfway, I'm like, okay, I want to do something else, but then I'll go back to the game I was playing. But most of the games I'll never go back to the game I was playing. So now I have Pillars of Eternity on the hold, Divinity Original Sins on hold, and my plan now is to complete Witcher 3, then go back to Divinity, then go back to Pillars. That's the plan, but not sure how it's gonna work out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it, and see me next time. Bye bye from Karna.